Yes, earlier today. All these other people. When we can sit over there. I guess I won't return. All right. Okay. There's always the opportunity. There's no opportunity, so.
Shabbat Shalom. All right, me first. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. I dig it, I dig it, I Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So Shabbat Shalom, and those of you watching online, Shabbat Shalom to you. I hope you're able to hear all the people out in the congregation sitting out here in the courtyard doing this back and forth singing with me, because it's a whole lot of fun. So hold on one second. Fix the sound here. Yeah.
Voice mic is down too low.
Yeah, I got it.
Is it a lollipop?
Yeah, we'll see if that
Bring
helps.
it up.
Okay, there we go. Our Shabbat candles will be lit this evening by Sandy Luce, and I invite you to turn to page 3 in the prayer book.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to the acts of kindness, peace, and love.
It's real windy out here, so it's gonna take an act of faith to light these candles. Okay, everybody hold your breath. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Well, let's share simchas. Who's got a simcha from this past week that you would like to share? Go ahead, GP. What is
I had
it?
a very successful first day of high school.
First day of high school. Oh my gosh. Wow. That happened fast, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Other simchas from this week? Anybody else? Other big events, Trish?
I turned 66 and Deborah turned on Tuesday, and Deborah turned 37 today.
Okay. So Trish says she turned 66 this week and her daughter Deborah turned 37.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing.
Okay. Did I miss anybody?
Me too.
Well, I'd like to invite you to turn to page 10 in the prayer book. And I want to share a song that I have not sung with the congregation previously, even though it's an old beloved melody. If you look down at the bottom of page 10, you'll see a song that says Shabbat HaMalkah. This is a poem by Chaim Nachman Bialik. And Bialik was really the founder, the father of modern Hebrew poetry, who was schooled in tradition and brought his knowledge into the act of the creative use of Hebrew language in poetry. You'll see in the text of this song that it alludes to Shalom Aleichem. It isn't Shalom Aleichem, but it alludes to the Sabbath angels that are sung in Shalom Aleichem. Now, there are many melodies for this poem by Bialik. So I'm going to sing it for you first in Hebrew and then in English to what is probably the best known of the melodies for this text. As soon as the plane goes by. Oh, the other thing to note is Bialik, who was born in Russia, he wrote in Ashkenazic Hebrew. So his poetry and its pattern, its rhythm is according to Ashkenazic pronunciation. Hachama merosh ailanot nistalka uvenetze likrat Shabbat hamalka Hinehi yoredet hakdosha habrucha ve'ima malachim tzva shalom umnucha boi boi hamalka boi boi hakala Malachei HaShalom. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come gather to welcome the Sabbath, our Queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed. and here abide. Draw near, O Sabbath bride. Peace also to you, you angels of peace. Well, let's invite up any of our religious school 6th, 7th, 8th graders who can help lead us in Chatzi Kaddish. You don't qualify, GP. You're out. You're out. Okay, guys, come on up. Come on up. You're gonna help lead us in Chatzi Kaddish, page 26 in the prayer book, please. Okay, come on over here. Come on. There we go. Come up nice and close. You can use the prayer book. Just step forward. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
יתגלה ויתגלה שמי רבה,
אמן.
בעלמא דברך ירתה וימליך מלכותי,
בחייך וביום אחד, ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה, ובזמן קריב.
ויאמרו
אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולם מעלמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח, יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, יתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי לקודשם
ברכו
לעילם מכל ברכתה ושירתה.
תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמא.
ויאמרו
אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. You may be seated. Page 30. We're just doing one line of this prayer. Blessed is the one who makes the evening fall. Blessed is the Spirit who guides us all. Blessed is the one who makes the evening fall. Blessed is the Spirit who guides us all. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'arib arabim. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'arib arabim. It just feels like the right text to sing out here, right? We're outdoors, watching the sunset, beautiful setting. Just feel it. Blessed is the one who makes the evening fall. Blessed is the Spirit who guides us all. Blessed is the one who makes the evening fall. Blessed is the Spirit who guides us all. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'arib arabim. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'arib arabim. Page 32 in the prayer. Please read with me. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up. We will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Kivod, Kivod Rabuto, Leolam Moed. Baruch Kivod, Kivod Rabuto, Leolam Moed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shokbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leod al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'kshartam leod al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha u'visharecha u'kshartam leod al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha u'visharecha u'kshartam leod al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha. Page 39. Please read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha, Nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, Osei ve'eleh. Mocha, Ma'ilin Adonai, Mi Kamocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Torah Tehilot, Ostei Vele. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Malechutecha, Rahuvanecha, Mokei Hayam, Lifnei Moshe Miriam, Zei Elianu, Anu ve'ameru. Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Page 43. Let's read together. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Amo Yisrael, Va'al Yerushalayim. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, La'asot et haShabbat lidorotam. Berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash. Page 47. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise for the Amidah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Eloheinu b'motenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Ronel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevit Ulam Livnei Bneihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Mori Atah, Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechaye HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Samech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, L'Shei Afar, Yichamocha Ba'al Geburot, U'Midom Melech, Melech Menit, U'Mechayeh, U'Matzliach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh, Shimcha kadosh, V'kadoshim b'kol yom ya'alu haSelah. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You may be seated. Thank you. Page 55. Please read with me. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. Ritzei, Ritzei, Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'amcha Yisrael, U'tefilatam, Ve'avati kabel, U'tehi leratzon tamid, U'tehi leratzon tamid, Avodat Yisrael Amecha, Baruch Atah Adonai, She'otecha levadecha, Be'yira navod, She'otecha levadecha, Be'yira navod. Page 59. Together, God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Ulecha Na'eh Lehoto. Page 61. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders. health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul. And may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael. Shalom. Let's take a moment for silent prayer. At this time, we ask for healing for members of our congregation and their loved ones who are ill. If you are praying for healing of body or healing of spirit for a loved one, I invite you to recite that person's name out loud as my eyes pass yours.
Rabbi Kim has our comment.
Elise Smalls, Weber. The Rodecaster family.
And I know that those of you who are watching online have people for whom you are praying as well. To those names that we have said out loud, we add those whom we hold in our hearts. We say, Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholi. We praise you, God, the source of healing. Let us say together, Amen. Misha Berach can be found on page 253. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. If you're going to pray outdoors, well, you hear your neighbors. I mean, that kind of goes with the territory. You know?
Conversely, they hear you.
They hear us too. One of the reasons that we read Torah is to help place the events of our lives and our world into the context of our people's history, to recognize when we have traveled these roads before, to learn from the wisdom of our tradition how we might assess the events of our own time. Still, it is striking to open the Torah and see its message laid out as if it was anticipating this very moment. This week's Torah portion, Re'eh, goes on at length about the danger of following false prophets. Deuteronomy's concern is that a charismatic leader may come along and lure the people away from the law. It even tells us, I'll quote, it even tells us, should some scoundrels have gone and subverted the inhabitants of their town, you shall investigate and inquire and interrogate thoroughly. Now just think about it. Even when it is apparent that someone is attempting to undermine the law, the Torah tells us to conduct an investigation. This is the ultimate statement of the Torah's faith in law and in judicial proceedings as the guarantor of a stable society. Deuteronomy is obsessed with the rule of law and a judicial system without which it fears that the nation will crumble from abuse by the powerful and the corrupt. Consequently, the theme of this week's Torah portion continues in next week's parashah, Shoftim, which we usually translate as Judges. And there we read one of the Torah's most famous passages. You shall not judge unfairly. You shall show no partiality. You shall not take bribes. For bribes blind the eyes of the discerning and upset the plea of the just. Justice, justice shall you pursue, that you may thrive in the land that the eternal your God is giving you. To my ears, it is reminiscent of Benjamin Franklin's observation of whether we would have a republic or a monarchy, to which he is said to have replied, a republic, if you can keep it. Now, the Torah, of course, was written before Greece or Rome had even the most remote semblance of a republic, but its authors understood the necessity to hold leaders accountable to a law and not the other way around. Hence, regarding a king, Deuteronomy says, when he is seated on his royal throne, he shall have a copy of this teaching written for him. Let it remain with him. Let him read it all his life, so that he may learn to observe every word of this teaching as well as these laws. Thus, he will not act haughtily toward his fellows or deviate from the instruction to the right or to the left. We sometimes imagine that our ancestors could not have conceived of democracy. That's hardly the point. It is obvious from the laws of Deuteronomy that they were well acquainted with corrupt leaders who took advantage of their power. What's more, they had something that resembled a constitutional monarchy. There was no divine right of kings. The king had to obey the law. The law was divine, not the king. What has become increasingly apparent, as if we needed more evidence, but there it is anyway, is that the former president had no commitment to following the law. He repeatedly took advantage of the power he had, whether through the Justice Department or, when that didn't work, through devotees of his cult of personality in various state legislatures, or, when that didn't work, through fanning the flames of insurrection, all to maintain power without regard to the law. Donald Trump is a false prophet who led many astray to abandon the law and who, in keeping with the Torah's instructions, is now being thoroughly investigated. The Torah is a political document because it addresses the nature of a just society. To ignore that dimension of the Torah is to consign it to irrelevance. We could debate just what its values might be. I do not, however, think that there is any debate that the Torah is meant to speak to us. Re'eh, see, says the opening of this week's Torah portion, I set before you blessing and curse. There is an assumption that the choice is up to us. Holding the corrupt accountable for their actions is the foundation of democracy if we want to keep it. Well, let's hear about upcoming events. Congregation Beth Emek, Barry Schaefer, treasurer of our congregation, has our announcements this evening. Those are sweet words, aren't they? Treasurer of the congregation. Barry Schaefer, treasurer of the congregation.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom. I guess I won't tell you that I am Barry Schaefer, the treasurer of the congregation, but just in case you didn't hear that. Thank you, Rabbi Milder, for leading us in worship on this beautiful night and start of Shabbat. And thank you to everyone who participated in tonight's service. And thank you, Jay, who I realize sits inside, for tonight and many times over for being our tech mensch and enabling people online to share in this service with us tonight. I would also like to thank the Kamaz for hosting Oneg Shabbat tonight. This is in honor of their high wedding anniversary, Lisa and Alon. So Mazel Tov, Lisa and Alon. At the conclusion of tonight's service, please do join us for the Oneg, as it's not only great noshes that we all secretly want, and I'm going to add this line, and not only did they, Lisa and Alon, make it for 40 people, so we all have to contribute, but it is truly a wonderful opportunity to go up to fellow congregants or visitors and strike up a conversation. It's fun. Tomorrow morning, please join us at 9 a.m. in the social hall for Torah study. On Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon here at CBE is our annual open house where we can show prospective members our synagogue. And per the rabbi's weekly message this morning, welcome them into our hearts as well. If you have any friends, acquaintances, or non-member family members who might be looking to join a Jewish community, please see if they would like to come by Sunday between 10 and noon. They can just show up and they will be welcomed with an open heart the moment they walk up to our house. Also at Beth Emek, at next Friday, August 18th, Shabbat service, we will have a celebration commemorating Rabbi Milder's 10 wonderful years as the rabbi of our congregation. At this very special service, which will be the normal 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. time, the rabbi will be joined by guest musician Saul Kay for an extra musical service, if you can believe that is even possible. A delightful oneg will follow, and if you'd like to sign up to bring a treat, please refer to the sign-up link in this week's Once Around. The following Monday, August 21st, 6 p.m. at congregant Trish Monroe's house in Livermore is Women's Rosh Hodesh, Women, Wine, and Wondering, regarding how Israel may or may not be changing. RSVP through this week's Once Around. Game night and Havdalah that following Saturday, August 26th in the social hall. It's free and open to all ages. I'm looking at the little kids here. You're not that little, but you are a little bit. You're the littlest. I'll turn it into an adverb instead of an adjective. Not so bad. Games will be provided, or bring your own quick to learn game. And bring your favorite snack and or drink to share. Contact Susie Maska with questions. And again, refer to the Once Around. Friday Shabbat services through the end of August will be here outside on our courtyard at 7:30. Next Saturday morning Shabbat service is the first Saturday of September 2nd at 10:30. Please refer to the Once Around or our website, bethemek.org, for more details or information on anything else I may have mentioned. Once again, Shabbat Shalom, and I can't wait to talk to you at Oneg.
Excellent. Thank you, Barry. We'll continue now with Aleinu, page 282. We're going to sing the Aleinu at the top of the page. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, l'teit gedula l'yoser bereshit, shehu notei shamayim ve'yoseh haaretz, u'moshav bigaro b'shamayim imal. Shvinat Yisrael v'kovei meromi, u'Eloheinu reino. Anachnu korim, Nishtachavim rotim, lifnei malchei Elohim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Anachnu korim, Nishtachavim rotim, lifnei malchei Elohim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You may be seated. On page 200 and I have to clip these together because the wind blows everything away outdoors. The answer is yes. Page 285. Let's read this together. Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Page 287. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Judaism teaches us the sacred duty of memory. On this Shabbat, we remember those whose yahrzeit occurred during the past week. I invite those who are observing yahrzeit for the following to rise as I recite their names. Marion Abrams, Joseph Hoffman, Leon Lurch, Lillian Liscombe, Sarah Berger Ribner, Richard Schiff, Natalie Weinstein, Mary Wilson. And I invite all who are observing the first year of mourning to rise at this time. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. We rise as one congregation, united by memory and compassion to praise God's name. Mourner's Kaddish may be found on page 294. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yom echon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam almei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit ba'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei Kudisha Brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechmata. Da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Let us say together. Amen. You may be seated. Now, following the closing song, of course, we will share in Kiddush and Motzi. So we can pass the cups around now while we're doing our closing song. We're going to sing Adon Olam. And since we started our service with the call and response, let's end it with the call and response. Page 321. And here, there it is. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasar, B'chetz Kol, Asay Malek Shemon Nikra Adon Olam, V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yeh V'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasar, B'chetz Kol, Asay Malek Shemon Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni, L'hamshilo L'hachbira Adon Olam, V'li Reishi, V'li Tachli, V'lo Ha'od V'hamisa Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasar, B'chetz Kol, Asay Malek Shemon Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, B'tzor Chavli V'yet Tzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanosli, Menat Kosi V'yom Ekra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasar, B'chetz Kol, Asay Malek Shemon Nikra Adon Olam, B'yado Avkid Ruchi, Be'et Ishad V'A'ira Adon Olam, Be'im Ruchi, Gaviyati, Adonai Li V'lo Ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Be'et Nasar, B'chetz Kol, Asay Malek Shemon Nikra Adon Olam. Page 5, I think, for Kiddush. Thank you, Lisa. Oops. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'ahava uvratzon, inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat L'chaim. Okay, thank you. How about I can follow off? Great. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, and Shabbat Shalom to everybody watching online. Well,